Hello everybody and welcome to another Eternal Draft here on my channel. Let's jump right in. This is the third draft that I'm going to record. Alright, so first pick options basically are Striking Snake formation and I would say Centaur Raid Leader. I mean, I like Fire better than Time overall, but I just think that Striking Snake formation is just more powerful. It really has the potential to just blow out the opponent and break a game wide open, or simply end it right here and there. And it's not like Elysian is a bad archetype either, which is what you usually end up when you play Time. And even if we are forced into Combrei for some reason, having something like Striking Snake formation makes the archetype much more playable. So I'll just take the formation over the Raid Leader. But I think it would be acceptable to just take the Raid Leader if you really wanna go Fire there, since it's also a pretty good card. But just not quite on the same level as Striking Snake formation, I think. It's a bit situational, but if you can support it, it is really powerful. And we'll take Hatchling because I think that's the best card in the pack. There's two solid Combrei type cards, but I prefer Legion, and Hatchling is a premium common. And on par with the two green cards, I would say. Doesn't synergize too well with formation, but oh well. Phew. Student. Though I guess after we have picked Hatchling here and kind of given up on two good green cards, not sure if I want to pick Student. Also not sure if I want to pick Vault, probably not, because it's kind of hard to enable and really slow, so not a big fan. Could take Teleport, which is kind of like gonna be nice either way, but I think I just take Student here simply because the other cards are so much worse, and it's fine if we abandon that either the Hatchling or the Student down the road, and this gives us more options and overall more power on the cards we have. Alright, this pushes us more into Elysian again, and I think I like Hurler a bit better than Lynx. Lynx is really nice, but Hurler is just great card advantage, and the Snowball kills a bunch of stuff, and a 4/4 is a solid body. Just like that card a bit better. Also it fights better with Striking Snake formation, so I'll take that. That is another really nice pickup in an otherwise weak pack. And here we get a Violent Gust. Usually like having one, especially if you can pick up like Cobalt Acolyte or Levitate later. Gonna hide the Student for now. Sweet, another Hatchling pretty late, that's a great reward. And a solid Defender. And then just like a bunch of chaff. Ooh, a pretty late Troublemaker. Like Echo units, even if they are not that good at fighting, are still kinda nice with Snake formation, because you can afford to potentially throw them away, and it gives you more bodies to give killer to, which is nice. Bunch of chaffy late picks. And yeah, a fairly empty pack for us outside of Ageless Mentor. This can be nice, but I'm not even that big of a fan. +1 health is really low, so the thing you put it on will still be pretty vulnerable. And yeah, if you would be in red, we would be rewarded with another Raid Leader. But this way we just take an Ageless Mentor, which is gonna be great for our Snake formation and great with stuff like Troublemaker. Giving both Troublemakers +2/+2 is insane. And since this pack is pretty empty and it's usually not that hard to splash in Elysian thanks to Amber Acolyte and stuff, I'll take this sweet premium Annihilate. That will also look nice in my constructed decks. Alright, so I think he'll take the Cobalt Acolyte to go with our Violent Gust and just have some decent flying. I like it a bit better than the Snowslinger, I think, especially if we have none yet. Alright, here it's basically between those two cards, and I think with Violent Gust I'd rather take this, and we have a lot of 3-drops already, and the Hatchlings are better than this. This card is a bit so-so, so I'll just take the Levitate. And here it's like a kind of a close call between those two, but I kind of like picking those up early and getting a bunch of them, because then they get really good. And we already have snake formation and not that many bodies that are great with killer, unless it comes from like snake formation, because it gives us a lot of free killers in one card. So this is gonna be a bit weak for now, so I'll take the static bolt. Here I think I'll take the Amber Acolyte over the Strike to enable our Annihilate, which is a bit better than Strike and more flexible, and it's also just a great card, so I'll just take the Acolyte. That's a super late Torch, that's absurd, but nothing we can take. We don't have many 4-drops yet, and this guy is pretty nice with our Ageless Mentor and solid with the snake formation, so I'll just take that guy for now. Might not end up in our deck, but we'll see. Since there's not really any sideboarding and I don't like to play this main deck, I'll just take out the Acolyte, which is a pretty good card and it's going pretty late there. So I'll just take some random stuff that I don't want to give to people, even though it doesn't really matter much due to the asynchronous draft, but no point in taking a card that I'm not gonna play anyway. Last pick Granite Monument, interesting. Okay, so we have another Hatchling, Xenon Guardian, and a Splashable Suffocate. We are a bit low on enablers and the card is a bit situational, so I'm not entirely sure if I want to pick it, but we already have so many 3-drops that I kind of don't want to take the Hatchling. So it's kind of between Guardian and Suffocate, and since we are like pretty low on ways to deal with stuff, and striking snake formation is less of a removal and more of a win condition, I am inclined to just take Suffocate to buy us enough time to like set up our stuff and striking snake formation the opponent's board. And we already have a couple of 4-drops now. So I think I'll just take that for now and try to pick up some more splash enablers. Serpent Trainer is great, especially with Ageless Mentor, but it's great regardless of that already. So we'll take the Serpent Trainer. And Wasp is a pretty good pickup in the removal department. We don't have anything this accelerates anyway, but we kind of want to look to get some 2-drops because we're pretty low on 2-drops, as in we have no actual 2-drop units right now. And yeah, I guess I'll take another Levitate, makes us able to pick up another Gust if we see one, which we probably will. Not gonna take this one because there's better cards, but down the road we can definitely do that. I like the Wind Shaper a bit better here with double Hatchling, Dune Phantom, Acolyte. It also allows for nice Levitate tricks and Serpent Trainer and stuff. It's just, and it's also a better blocker, so I'll prefer that a bit over this, especially because we don't have many targets for this, so it could take a long time till we draw the card that we influence with it, and it might also be an underwhelming card like a Levitate or Predator's Instinct. So I'll take this one. Sweet, we got a second one, that's nice. And this is gonna go really well with all our flying 3-drops, and it's a 2-drop. Perfect. So I guess here I'll just take a Synchronized Strike that I'm not gonna play. Dispel is a decent card to consider playing, same for second side, with double Hatchling and Troublemaker that's potentially enabled, and Jotun Hoarder, so we have like 4 cards that are good to like put back on top, so that's consideration. Second last pick, Awakened Student, is a bit absurd. There's another great Echo card for second side and just a great card in general. And it's also nice with our double Wind Shaper, because giving flying then gives +2/+2 if we have one of these out. So we have to take it. I kind of would want this one because we are so low on 2-drops and we could really use the acceleration, but it's just too good, so I'll take it. Pooh, this is a close call between Soaring Stranger and Initiate. Like normally I would say Soaring Stranger because it's just really good. For power 3/3 flyer is great, especially with double Wind Shaper and Ageless Mentor to make them better. But I think our deck really needs some early game stuff to not fall too behind, so I'll take the initiate. And here I clearly take a good defensive 2-drop, which is exactly what our deck needs. We'll take another Suffocate, see how well we can support that. I think our deck can easily support the second Gust now, so I'll take that. Since there's nothing we want, I'll just take the uncommon for the dust value. This is actually a pretty good 4-drop for our deck because it's very defensive to make up for our lackluster early game, and being a 2/6 with Windshaper isn't too bad either. I mean, I guess I could take a third Levitate with the 2 Gusts and the 2 Windshapers to help us there, but that might just get a little too dirty. So I'll just take the Tower Top Patrol for now and see where it goes. Take a second sight, which we're probably not gonna play anyway. Especially if we pick up a Wisdom, not a Tower Top Patrol. So we really have to see how to build this deck now. Not gonna be that easy. Alright, so we might not even splash, but not sure. Okay, so the things we definitely don't want is 2 second sights. What was the last card that was bad that I don't want anyway? I think I managed to cut it out. Alright, so this is what we have. Second Static Bolt's pretty low impact now that we didn't got extra copies, so I think we can cut that. Kind of want this black removal. We don't have that much to support it, but it looks really good to make up for what we are missing. No Herald Song for sure. Okay, so we would have like 2 black sources with 1 Amber Acolyte and 1 Shadow Sigil, which would not be enough. We would probably need like 2 or 3 Shadow Sigils, so I'm not sure if I want more than the Annihilate. Alright, don't think we want Wisdom. We already have a lot of card advantage and it's pretty dirty. Don't think we want 2 Volunk. Since Tower Top Patrol seems to make a bit more sense in our flyer heavy deck with the Cloud Snake and the 2 Windshapers. And it's also really nice with the Mentor. Might not even run any Volunks actually. Actually, the more I think about it, I don't want them. And I think we don't want Predator's Instinct either. So our deck is just not that great at fighting. I mean, I'm gonna keep the 1 formation because it's still a fairly powerful effect, even though it's a bit underwhelming in this deck. Add power. We want 18 power. I'm pretty sure. So we have to cut 1 card in order to do that. And yeah, I think 3 Shadow Sigil is probably a decent amount. And we are bit heavier primal, but we have Amber Acolyte to fix it, and we want turn 1 time for our initiate, so the distribution seems good. Alright, so what's the last card to cut? Could cut second sight, which might be correct regardless, because Wisdom might be better, even though it's a bit clunkier. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are nice with second sight, and our deck is a bit... oh, 5 cards, and our deck is a bit dirty. Maybe I just cut it to be less dirty. We have some cantrips, like 3. Yeah, I think this looks fine. I think I like it that way. Might be wrong to exclude the card draw, but I think I like all the other things better, and we have a bunch of card advantage with all the Echo cards already, and Amber Acolyte, and Flood Protection with Amber Monument, Hurler, Snake Formation. This is all potential card advantage. And some blowout potential with Levitate in combat and Windshaper and stuff. So yeah, I think that's how I want to try it. That's gonna be the deck. Gonna play the games in the next probably 2 videos, so stay tuned for the games in a moment.